Hi, it's Aaron. In this video, I'll be trying to repair my Rolleiflex 3.5A. The viewfinder wouldn't open up, thinking it's a spring issue. Tried to manhandle it a little at first, realized that was a bad idea, don't want to force it. There are some little screws in here, and I read online you need to remove those in order to remove the viewfinder and likely have a spring issue in here. But before I get into things, I guess I should reintroduce the channel a bit. It's been about a year since I posted a video. I took some time off, had some curveballs in life, had a big unexpected breakup, kind of took me sideways for a little bit. Been picking up the pieces and things are finally coming back together. If any of you have ever been on the receiving end of a narcissist discard, then you know where I'm coming from. It's a bit tough to unravel the chaos and get your life back together, but here I am and I'm ready to do videos again. Got a lot of creativity coming, a lot of ideas, stuff I want to work on, refocus and moving forward. Okay, back to the fix. I've had this camera for many years. I got it back when I was working in the photo field doing assisting and production management. These are great little cameras. It's a medium format, meaning the negatives are much larger than a 35mm. You get much more detail out of them, can get bigger prints and all that. I'm sorry for the camera buffs out there who know all this already. I'm just trying to speak in layman terms here. But these cameras are great. They are medium format, classic, built in the This one was built in the early 1950s. They have that great aesthetic. You see them in a lot of old photos of musicians like Paul McCartney, John Lennon, famous actors like James Dean. These were all over the place. They're great cameras, really sturdy, built in Germany. They're called TLRs, or twin lens reflex. Basically meaning you have the two lenses here. You have one lens here is for the focusing and viewfinder, and the other lens here is for when you release the shutter to take the picture. It's a Xenar lens, well built, metal bodies, has sort of leather skin on the outside. Really cool to be able to use the viewfinder and look down at it to take your photo and compose it. Great for street photography. That way you're not pointing the camera right in someone's face. You can kind of get down and be a little sneaky about it. You know, I've used these for landscapes too. Great little camera. Look really cool. So when I moved to Montana, I kind of put it wayside. I did take some pictures in the beginning, kind of sat in the wayside for a while. Like I said, kind of took a year off from everything. And when I picked this back up again, realized it wasn't working. I didn't know if it got dropped or what the problem was, but I was inspired to use it again. And lo and behold, I picked it up and it wasn't working. So I want to fix it. First thing I need to do is get these little screws off. They're so tiny, even an eyeglass screwdriver wouldn't work, so I had to order another smaller screwdriver. Start there, try to get this off, see if I can fix the spring problem, and see how it goes. Anyways, thanks for watching. Alright, screws are out. Here's the big moment to know if this will come off and solve the problem. Alright, it's off. I'm gonna figure out where the problem is. In here, now I just have to figure out how to get this apart. Let's shoot for these two screws here. So the problem is right in here. I'm not sure which side. It's got to be this side. So this has just been a little wonky. So take it off camera for a minute so I can try to figure out how to keep that back where it should be. Oh, there's the problem. It needs a hook on right there. Okay, so let me hook these parts in here. Okay. There we go. Okay, everything went well. I think I got it all fixed. I just need to get some rubber cement to fix the leather on the outside is coming off. There's an old saying, if you don't like the weather in Montana, just wait 5 minutes. Football. He's got a bath. He's feeling good. All right. Well, it's been about 5 minutes. Oh, the weather still sucks. Old people don't know what they're talking about. All right, I'm all finished with this. The viewfinder is opening and closing just fine now. Everything is working. The problem was not what I originally thought it was. It ended up being not a spring, but a sort of rivet or screw that was in there holding on one of the pieces. I super glued that in. That was coming loose. It was coming out of the hole and coming loose and basically jamming this whole thing up. So the springs were just fine. That ended up being the problem. And once put it together, it's working just fine. Lesson I learned from this is with these little tiny screws here, they're made of brass and they're really fragile. Two of them were sticking and they weren't coming out, and they were just on the verge of being stripped. So I read online, add some heat to it, which I did with a soldering gun. Add some heat to it for about a minute. It loosened those screws up. I was able to get those out before they got stripped. But it was a close call. Other than that, the leather skin on the outside had been coming up. It's really dry out here. I should take better care of this to have it with a humidifier or something. The dry and the temperature changes seem to affect that. Rubber cemented that on, and that's looking good now. So everything worked out well. I'm happy. Also found my old servicing receipt. Can't believe I still had it. I got obsessed looking for it and found it down in the basement in my files. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video, and until next time.